Let's talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does, why is it doing what it's doing. Get out of my face. I don't buy jam, I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the realms of metal. Eddie here, back with you from my metal room, my happy place here in the woods in PA. It's a chilly morning here in PA. It's fucking awesome. Love this weather. Um, hope I don't know if everybody's seen that clip from Gary Busey when he talks about the buttered sausage, but it's fucking hilarious. It's all over, social media. That guy's an absolute legend. If you've never watched that show, Gary Busey Pet Judge, watch it. I think it was on Amazon. He's fucking hilarious in it. That guy is a fucking legend. Anyway, we're back here. We're doing another thrash metal perfection video. This is part 3. Um, in the first 2 parts, we did 15 perfect or damn near perfect thrash metal records to start your collection with. So we got 32 records so far. There's 15 and a bonus on each. We're going to do 15 more and another bonus. And these videos are so much fun to do. I've been listening to these records just about my whole life, and just going through these records and talking about them, and it's doesn't get much better. So, like, by doing these videos, if I can turn one person onto one band that they never heard of or whatever, like that makes it all worth it. That's what it's all about. So I got some heavy hitters on this list, like the last two. I tried to include some bands that I haven't included before and some oddballs that are still great records. So that said, let's get at it. So let's start with 1989. We're going to Testament's Practice What You Preach. This was their third full length on Megaforce. Absolutely essential. On the first video, we had the New Order, and this is the second Testament record on this series. So good. I mean, I think this was the first Testament record I bought when I was a kid. Was Practice What You Preach, and I absolutely loved it. It kind of reminded me. It had like almost like a Justice feel to it, the way the guitar sounded and everything. Practice What You Preach, Perilous Nation, Envy Life, Time Is Coming, Blessed in Contempt, The Greenhouse Effect, Sins of Omission, The Ballad, Nightmare, Confusion Fusion. Like, every song on here is good. This is an absolute must-have. Testament's Practice What You Preach. Let's go to 1986. This is a good one. Whiplash's Power and Pain. This was their first release on Roadrunner Records. Whiplash is from Clifton, New Jersey. Tony Portero is an absolute legend. He's a thrash metal hero of mine. Met him a couple times, seen him a few times. Super down to earth, nice guy. Even with my Islander hat on, he talked to me. Whiplash, Power and Pain. Now, this always reminded me of the East Coast version of Killing Is My Business. It had that kind of raw, early feel to it. I dig this record so much. Stage Dive, Red Bomb, Last Man Alive, Message in Blood, Warmonger, their signature track, Power Thrashing Death, Stirring the Cauldron, Spit on Your Grave, Nailed to the Cross. Oof. Whiplash's Power and Pain. Pick this shit up. You're going to like it. Let's go to 1987. First appearance on the series. Thrash Metal Perfection. Had to include them. Sacred Reich's Ignorance. This was 1987, their first release on Metal Blade. Sacred Reich from Phoenix, Arizona. This is their most thrash record. I think The American Way came after this one. And I kind of like The American Way a little bit more. But in the terms of, when it comes to thrash metal, like, this is the one you want to start with, because this is just way more. The songs are heavier than The American Way. It's thrashier. It's more in your face, So I would definitely go with this one over The American Way. But Death Squad, Victim of Demise, Laid to Rest, Ignorance, No Believers, Violent Solutions, Rest in Peace, Sacred Reich, Administrative Decisions. Absolutely Essential, Sacred Reich's Ignorance. Pick this shit up. All right. I deliberated over this one for a while. I listened to all four of their records. Everybody's saying Darkness Ascends, Darkness Ascends, Darkness Descends. And I get it. Darkness Descends is a great record. Heavy as fuck. But when I look at Dark Angel, I mean, I like all four of the Dark Angel full lengths. I mean, I listened to them all in succession the other day, one right after the other, just to kind of get more of a feel for what I was going for. But I'm going with Time Does Not Heal. This was 1991 on Combat. This was their fourth full length at the time. Dark Angel from Downey, California. Darkness Ascends is great, but I like Time Does Not Heal a little bit more. I mean, the songs are more polished on this one. This kind of has an Injustice for All feel to me, like the way the guitarists sound, the mature songwriting on this one, the length of the tracks, they're all long tracks on here. Like, I just love this record, and I like it a little bit more than Darkness Descends. So that Darkness may end up on the fourth installment of this, but for now, I'm putting Time Does Not Heal. Title track, Pain's Invention Madness, Active Contrition, A New Priesthood, Psychosexuality, An Ancient Inherited Shame, so good. Trauma and Catharsis, Sensory Deprivation, A Subtle Induction. Dark Angels, Time Does Not Heal. All the Dark Angels are good, but if I'm picking one, I'm going with this one slightly over Darkness Descends. Let's go to 1989. Exterminating Faster, Devastating Plaster. Fabulous Disaster. Exodus, Fabulous Disaster. Their third full length. Exodus, of course, the mighty Exodus from San Francisco, California. This was my first Exodus record as a kid, and it holds a special place in my heart. I love it so much. Last Act of Defiance, Fabulous Disaster, The Toxic Waltz, Low Rider, The Cover, Cajun Hell, Like Father, Like Son, Corruption, Verbal Razors. Verbal Razors is so fucking underrated. It's such a good track, man. Open Season, then they got the Overdose as a bonus on this one, the AC/DC cover. So Exodus is Fabulous Disaster. I had on part 1, I had Bonded by Blood. On part 2, I had Impact is Imminent. Part 3, Fabulous Disaster. Absolutely essential. Let's go to 1986. Here's one out of the woodwork. I absolutely love this record. Hallows Eve, Death and Insanity. This was their second full length on Metal Blade Records. Hallows Eve from Atlanta, Georgia. I had this cassette as a kid. It was one of those cassettes where I found it in the case and I looked at the cover. I'm like, damn, I got to get this. I could just tell it was a thrash record. You could just look at a cover and tell it's a thrash record. And like, as I was just getting into like becoming a metalhead, this was one of the first cassettes that I bought in that first slew of cassettes that I went in. I bought like 20 cassettes in one shot. So good. Death and Insanity, great track. Goblet of Gore, Lethal Tendencies, Suicide, DIE, Death in Effect, Nefarious, Nobody Lives Forever. I love this record so much. I think even Brian Slagle from Metal Blade Records did backing tracks on Goblet of Gore. I'm pretty sure it's in the liner notes. But Death and Insanity is only like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I feel like that song should be longer, but they do like a Death and Insanity reprise at the end of it. I would have taken that reprise off and just making the track Death and Insanity, a regular length track at like 4 minutes or something but that's my only con on this record, but I love it, man. This record is great. Hallows Eve, Death and Insanity. Pick this shit up. It's so good. Let's go to 1986. You knew these guys were going to be on there. Metallica's Master of Puppets, third full length on Elektra. I had to include Master of Puppets on the first one. We put Justice. Second video, we put Lightning. Third one, we got Master of Puppets. I mean, every song on here is legendary. You know the tracks. Battery, Master of Puppets, A Thing That Should Not Be. Welcome Home, Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Leper Messiah, Orion, Damage Incorporated. I tell you, when I saw the last time I saw Metallica, and I'm not a huge Metallica fan these days, but I did see him on the Big Four Yankee Stadium tour that they did, that one show. And their best song of the night by far was Orion, and they dedicated it to Cliff. I mean, that was amazing, amazing stuff. Metallica's Master of Puppets. You probably already have. Let's go to 1990. Meliah Rage, Solitary Solitude, their second full length on Epic Records. Meliah Rage from Boston, Massachusetts. This record is so good. The first one is Kill to Survive. Solitary Solitude was the second. This one far surpasses Kill to Survive. Me and my friends love this record growing up. You know, it was a staple of driving around in our cars and hanging out. And the songs are so good. The production, the guitar sounds so good on this. My gosh. Mike Monroe on vocals. He sounds amazing. Great vocalist. So Solitary Solitude, No Mind, Decline of Rule, Retaliation, Deliver Me, The Witching, Lost Life, Swallow Your Soul, Razor Rippin'. Pick up Meliah Rage, Solitary Solitude. Hang on one sec. I gotta let the cat out. Out. Jesus Christ, these cats. But I love them. So let's go to 1989. I'm just going to pull up the artwork for this because I don't know where my hard copy is. Sodom's Agent Orange. Oop. The artwork is up. Agent Orange, June 1st, 1989. When I was looking at Sodom's discography, I felt like I had to include a Sodom or a Destruction on this list. When I think of German thrash, Creator's the first one that always pops to my mind. Like, they're my favorite as far as German thrash goes. But, you know, Sodom is super important, and so is Destruction. I'm putting Agent Orange on here. Tracks Agent Orange, Tired and Red, Incest, Remember the Fallen, Magic Dragon, Exhibition Bout, Oscar Bomb, Baptism of Fire. To me, this is my go-to for Sodom. I looked at M16. I really like M16 a lot too. I opted for this one instead. So Sodom's Agent Orange, definitely a must-have. If I was recommending Sodom to somebody, this would be the first record I would give them for sure. So, let's go to the next one. We've got, let's go to 1985. Anthrax is Spreading the Disease. Second full length on Music for Nations. Amazing record, top to bottom. AIR, Lone Justice, Madhouse, Stand or Fall, The Enemy, Aftershock, Armed and Dangerous, Medusa, Gung Ho. Anthrax is Spreading the Disease. Absolutely essential. Amazing record. Let's go to 1988. Forbidden's Forbidden Evil. This was their first full length on Combat. We had Forbidden on the first video, I believe. We did Twisted in the Form, which is one of my favorite records of all time. Forbidden Evil is so fucking good as well. Man, you can't touch those first two Forbidden records, right? Forbidden Evil and Twisted into Form. Chalice of Blood. Off the Edge, Through Eyes of Glass, Forbidden Evil. We all march into fire. Feel No Pain, As Good as Dead. Follow Me is so good. Come, my children, follow me too. Forbidden Evil. You know you need it, and I know you need it. So pick it up. Let's go to 1987. First appearance on Thrash Metal Perfection videos. I got requests for this, and it absolutely deserves to be here. Death Angels, the Ultraviolence, their first full length on Enigma. Death Angel from San Francisco, California. Thrashers, Evil Priest, Voracious Souls, Kill as One. The Ultraviolence is a 10.5 minute long instrumental. They have the balls to put a 10.5 minute instrumental on your debut record. That's balls right there. That's fucking awesome. Mistress of Pain, Final Death. I mean, this is so good. It's so aggressive. Everything about this record is good. Death Angels, the Ultraviolence. If you don't have it, you need it. Pick this shit up. Let's go to 1987. Overkill's Taking Over. Their second full length on Megaforce. Absolutely essential record to have. On the first video, we did Under the Influence. On the second video, we did Years Decay. Third one, we're doing Taking Over. Deny the Cross. Wrecking Crew. Arguably one of Overkill's best tracks ever, The Wrecking Crew. Fear His Name, Use Your Head, Fatal If Swallowed, Power Surge, In Union We Stand, Electroviolence, Overkill 2. Fuck, how good is this? How good are the first 5 Overkill records? I mean, geez, you could put that catalog up to anybody in the big 4, annex this, and it holds right up to everybody else, in my opinion. Absolutely essential. Overkill's taking over. Here's number 14. We're going back to one of the masters, Slayer. Seasons in the Abyss, 1990 on Deaf American. This was a monster record for me when it came out. I mean, I absolutely love everything about this record. The songs are all good. The sound is good. Like, fuck. War Ensemble, Blood Red, Spirit in Black, Expendable Youth, Dead Skin Mask, Hollowed Point, Skeletons of Society, Temptation, Satan's Son on Board of Fire, Seasons in the Abyss, Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. You probably already have it. I had to put it on here. We did Rain and Blood on the first video, and we did South of Heaven on the second video, the third one, Seasons in the Abyss. 15th, we're going to go to 1988. Megadeth, So Far, So Good, So What? Their third full length on Capitol. This was my first Megadeth record as a kid, and I remember it vividly. Like, I got lost in this record. I used to just put my headphones on and like walk around the neighborhood with this cassette on, and like I just get lost in this record, man. It blew me away. And then I went to, Peace Cells and Killing Is My Business. And when I was first getting into metal, this was the first Megadeth record that I heard in its entirety. And man, the intro, Into the Lungs of Hell, Set the World Afire. The cover, Anarchy in the UK, Mary Jane, 502, In My Darkest Hour, Liar, super underrated track, Liar, right? Hook in Mouth. I don't think Mustaine, when he talks about this record, I don't get the feeling that he talks about it fondly, and I think it deserves more respect than actually he even gives it, so absolutely essential. We did Peace Cells on the first video. We did Rust in Peace on the second video. This one's getting So Far, So Good, So What? Absolutely essential. So that was 15. Here's the bonus. This is the only modern record on this list. Everything else is from the 80s and 90s. This one is from 2005. So I went a little bit modern. I went to Creator's Enemy of God. Their 11th full length at the time on Steamhammer. Creator from Essen, Germany. And I remember when this came out, like Creator was on like their comeback, they did Violent Revolution. This came out. And Creator's still tearing it up with their releases, man. Enemy of God is such an amazing track, Impossible Brutality, Suicide Terrorist, World Anarchy, Dystopia, Voices of the Dead, Murder Fantasies, Under a Total Blackened Sky is so underrated. Really, really good. My only modern record on here, like I said, I consider modern anything 2000 or later. Creators, Enemy of God. You need it, and you probably already have it. So that's it for this list. We're probably going to do a number 4 and then call it quits after that. But 15 more perfect or damn near perfect records to start your collection. Everything that you need, like you need all these records, in my opinion. So, thanks to everybody who's been commenting. Like I say in other videos, we love the comments. We love engaging with everybody. We'll answer everybody, no matter what. And really appreciate you guys watching the videos and, taking the time to check us out. We've been doing, I've been doing these shorts, and it's just for fun. I'm just trying to get bands and music out there is what I'm doing, so if I can turn with these videos that I do, if I could turn one person on to one band, and they check them out and they go out and buy the record, I mean, that's what makes this all worth it for me, so just talking about what we love, that's why we're here. And we're going to keep doing it, so like I said, any questions, comments, what do you think of these picks? Throw your comments below. If you agree, if you disagree, something that you would have included that's maybe not on here. We are going to do one more of these. So that said, thanks for hanging with me on the Realms of Metal. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for commenting, and we'll see you guys again real soon. Have a good one.